All right, so our goal today is what?
I have no idea. Wow. Okay.
We talked
We're gonna
about.
we're gonna record the Bosque. We're gonna talk about what's here, and we're gonna talk ourselves talking about the Bosque. We're gonna
Yeah.
record ourselves recording the Bosque.
So I want to invite you to hang out with us a little bit. This dude is new here. He's taller than me, which is annoying since I'm supposed to be taller than everyone. Hey, how you doing? And we're going to walk around and you can just join us. Hang out with two guys who don't know each other. We don't know each other. He got here yesterday. He's hanging out in DF. He's been living there a couple of years. He's a traveler. You're a traveler.
I think I am.
I'm a hogareño. I'm a homebody. But we invite you to walk around this place. We're going to look at anything interesting we find. I don't know what will happen, so it's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
Let's do it.
So this looks like a place that has been built for quite some time. I'd like you to tell me about how it all started and why it all started. Well, first of all, how it all started.
That is way too big a question for this video, I think. I'll give you the shortest answer I can give you. I needed to change my life. I didn't want to become a middle-aged, lame guy, comfortable in an industrial world. I needed to do something for change and development. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of other crap. But let's walk around and look at stuff.
Is that Lake Pátzcuaro?
That is Lake Pátzcuaro. So we can see out here Janitzio, the island. We can see Jaracuaro, which used to be an island. We can see Pátzcuaro, the town across the lake. We've got an awesome view of the lake right here. So let's check in with Mario here. Mario's working on a project. ¿Qué proyecto tienes?
Carpintería
Yo sé. Pero ¿qué proyecto en particular?
de un mueble,
Un mueble.
gabinete.
Un gabinete. A cabinet. So Mario's making a cabinet. He's been working here for a while on learning his woodworking skills. This wood is from the property here, so when we cut down a pine tree, we use it for the best purpose we can. ¿Y cómo va a quedar?
Muy bien, muy fuerte.
Sí, yo creo que va a ser el primero que hicimos. ¡Oh, qué pesado! Ahora, ¿ese es tu amigo o qué?
Sí.
Okay, tu compañero. Yum, yum, yum. So I'm curious about you. Who are you? Why are you here? What's your travels like?
So what am I doing? I'm basically traveling the world in hope that I will see most of it before I die. And this is just one of the special places that I have not really decided to visit, but visited kind of as a coincidence because I found you on Couchsurfing, and that's why I'm here.
So you just got here last night, and then you stayed your first night here. How was that?
So last night I stayed in this wonderful suite. Let's take a look. So as you can see, pretty spacious. We've got the bed here, a little bit disordered right now, sorry. And we got the table, the bookshelf. Once I get my books, I mean. Pretty well lit and very well organized, as you can see.
This is pretty rustic, though. I don't think most people would like this.
I completely agree. I think most people wouldn't, but we are not most people. And I think the people who come here are not most people. They come here for an experience, and this is what this place gives them.
Exactly. I want to say things in these videos that scare some people away. They don't come here, and the people are going to love it. I want them to come here. So last night I kind of abandoned you, and I do that sometimes, and people are all alone for the first time in the scary woods. How was it for you?
It really didn't feel like being abandoned by you in the woods. First of all, I was in this wonderful place, which has light, which has a library of its own, which has a fireplace, a kitchen, and I spent some wonderful time. That was a bee. Some wonderful time there.
So I hope you realize that the hot water in the house you were in here comes from this solar hot water heater, which is awesome. There's like almost no moving parts. The water, it's rainwater, it comes in from this tinaco, comes down here, heats up, goes in here, and this will actually hurt your hand to touch because it's so hot. It's like boiling water. And yeah, hopefully all the systems here are really sustainable and ecological, and we're going to tour around a little bit and take a look.
Yeah, I was wondering, where did you get this little beauty? It's a perfect guitar for a traveler.
This is an awesome guitar. It's a backpacker guitar, so you're correct. It's actually made for this kind of thing. Some asshole put a sticker on it. I don't care if it's a Greenpeace sticker. Maybe Greenpeace is good, but don't put stickers on my shit, vandal. Anyway, the guitar itself is great. It's called the Backpacker Guitar from the Martin Guitar Company. And it is better than traveling with a full guitar. It has a good sound, and it's nice and sturdy. It's lasted for years. So yeah, that's what I got.
And where did you get it?
I bought it. I don't know. Your guitar looks really cool, actually. Why don't you show it to me?
Well, it's funny you should ask that, because my guitar is a complete piece of shit. It cost... How much do you think it cost?
$50.
Well, if 200 pesos is 50 bucks, then yes, but it's not. It's like 15 bucks. This thing called love, I just, can you handle it? Oh fuck.
One of the things I love about this place is we do not have to be perfect. I don't even want perfect. I want people who are playing and have a good time. I don't want people who have to like admire as perfect. So let's fuck some shit up.
This thing called love, I just, can you handle it? This thing called love. Now, what was that place you told me that you wanted to go to buy some cool musical instruments?
That is a town called Paracho, which is near Uruapan, which is also near the volcano Paracutin. So Paracho makes a great place to go visit. They make guitars, they make violins, mandolins, ukuleles, all kinds of stuff. It's a great place to go and buy instruments. So have you traveled in the South at all, in the United States?
Yeah, a bit. My favorite place in the South so far is New Orleans. I mean, the Mardi Gras party is fucking crazy.
Mardi Gras, huh? So you didn't find that party kind of offensive, you know? Objectification of women and their tits and stuff?
Why would I find tits offensive? They're pretty cool.
Well, you know, like they're just out there and they're very obscene and stuff. I mean, they should be covered up, shouldn't they?
Only if they're ugly.
Ooh, dude, don't say that. You'll get in big trouble.
It's my shooting hand, don't lick it.
What is this? You know, no matter what I do, even if I get people to control their garbage here, garbage comes out of the sky and lands here, but at least it's kind of cool looking garbage. So, hey, maybe there's helium in it.
Those meddling kids.
Tiny bubbles in the wine make me happy and make me feel fine.
A forest slide.
So this is a really odd little garden down here. It's a garden in the dimple that's down further, so it's kind of like the double dimple garden or something. And the idea is that more water collects here than other places. So we're finding out what plants are going to thrive here, and for some of them it might be too much water and they might actually drown. So this is papyrus right here. This is like in Egypt what they made paper out of. Over here there's alfalfa. There's a little fig tree we put in here. This is horsetail. It's a medicinal plant. I forgot what that even is. That's something ornamental that's kind of cool. Some jade over here. We got a bunch of trees through here. Some of them will die, some of them will live, and we'll know then what works and what does not work, because we want to understand it all for the next year.
Yo, man, what's all them deal with them buckets, man?
These buckets are for reproducing plants. We want to grow thousands of trees here. We want to diversify the whole forest. Mofo. So these buckets did have trees in them. This year we put in more trees than we have ever before. Some of these trees had to be in these buckets for 4 or 5 years before we put them in. I'll show you some that have plants. So this is a Nispero, for example, which is in English a loquat. Here's a nut tree of some kind. It could be a walnut, I don't even know. That is a Japanese something I forgot, but it barely matters. So these trees are not, oh, there's some figs over there. We got like 200 figs going on. And so the idea is that we're going to baby these for a while. We will water these, but once they're big enough, then we're going to put them out in the forest and they got to live on their own. They got to survive or die.
And what is that?
So this is a plátano con hueso, or a medicinal banana. It doesn't produce bananas you would normally eat, but its bananas have these big seeds in them that are supposedly medicinal, and those seeds sell for $25, $30 a kilo online. We've planted hundreds of these, and so it's a potential product. Plus, I just like it because the leaves are so big and it looks exotic and stuff.
Pardon me, sir. Where does one take a dump in here? Go ahead.
So these are the composting toilets. They're really no problem at all. You just open this up, stick your butt there, dump your load, and then you put in a little bit of sawdust here, a little scoop of sawdust inside there. The paper goes inside the hole. That is disgusting if you put it in there. And the way this works, just a brief version, is there's actually 2 chambers here. So we'll use this for like a year, and then there's all this composting activity with thermophilic bacteria eating all the compost, and then we'll switch to the other side for a year. This keeps going, and then we'll switch back and we'll harvest the stuff. In my case, we have also composting worms and dung beetles inside who are physically moving the shit around and churning it. So it's really a low-care, easy system. This is the system that should replace every water toilet in the world. If you're using a water toilet, every time you flush, you should think, I'm wasting water. I'm the problem.
But my real problem is, I really haven't had a shower for a week now.
Well, you just got here yesterday, so that's your problem. The truth is, you don't have to take a shower every day anyway. Even the dirt out here is clean. When I go into the city, I feel dirty and I want to shower real bad. But here, I often take a week, you know, it doesn't matter. But I do have a solution for you.
Tell me now, please, Lord.
I shall cleanse thee. Be cleansed. This is the sauna. This is how we keep clean by using less water. So, we're going to put a fire in here. We're going to put our bodies in there. We're going to sweat and get nice and clean using almost no water at all.
Amazing.
So we're going to fire this up first before we get in it. It takes some hours to heat up. First we want to get rid of all this charcoal. In this case, I'm just going to toss it over there, and there'll be some plants like it.
So now we're gonna build a fire.
Let me
Put a
do
little
that.
bit of that in
Let me
there.
do that for you.
Okay.
So we're going to use a little bit of resin-filled chips of wood that are a byproduct of collecting resin off the pine trees. And we'll use some small pieces of wood, like kindling, I guess. And we'll mix those, having a good airflow, and we'll get the fire going.
Smoke on the water.
Like Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I didn't have any like kindling wood yesterday, so it took me a while with the
Yeah,
rosin.
it's a real art to get a fire going, and luckily it's we got some dry wood here.
And that's how you make a fire.
And we want to do with this is, once that little fire is going, we want to pack it completely full of wood, let that burn a bunch, and pack it again. We really want to get this hot. A little frustrating to me if people come and they say, sauna's not very hot. And it's like you go down there and they made a tiny fire. You want it roaring. Let's get this guy so hot that people are sweating. You know, we really cleanse them. So this sauna was built using a book called The Sauna by Rob Roy. And I did change the design a little bit, but mostly it's the same. Slanted roof. This is an earth roof, so it all has plants on top, which is great for insulation. Mostly all natural materials. The changes I made from his design are that he used, this is called cordwood, but I used, instead of cement, I used lodo. I used adobe mixture. I used dirt. And so I did have to fill it in a couple times, but I like that because it's a little more natural. And then I also put the firebox so that the fire is filled from the outside. I didn't want to bring wood into the sauna and have bark all over and stuff. So I'm very happy with those design changes. So the book is pretty good. He also has a design for a round sauna. I recommend buying the book. It's great. I also want to make a round sauna that's called a temazcal, which is a traditional Mexican sauna usually used for spiritual purposes. I'm going to make one that's actually a lot more comfortable than the one that I went to. Well, we wandered.
There is so much more to wander around, but for now, I guess we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, well, hey you, thanks for hanging out with us. You can like and subscribe and all that to do whatever. But more importantly, I hope you had a good time and saw a little picture of the Bosque. And we were just kind of hanging out, so we thought we'd invite you. Hope you had a good time.
Come. Do come. It's worth it.
The cameras I'm using to record this stuff are simple and old. They're not that bad. They're good cameras. In this case, it's a Canon XLM camera. Oh, look, they're very dangerous. Oh, you're very dangerous. I got to get better cameras. I'm going to invite more people, and we're going to have some more fun.